What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hard Park 703 channel. So it is an extremely hot and humid day. Thunderstorms are about to roll in right now. I'm probably gonna lose a couple pounds in water weight doing this install because it is so hot in here. I've even got the fan blowing and it's not really helping. Where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sure it ties in somehow. But anyways, all right, let me show you what I just bought for the car. Check these out. I ended up picking up some rock guards. I don't know if you want to call them rock guards or splash guards. Whichever way you identify them, it's okay by me. But yeah, so they're extended, right? They only come in this carbon fiber pattern. So I don't particularly care for the carbon fiber pattern, but I do like the design of them. They're nice and the rock solid. So like, I mean, this isn't flimsy or anything like that. This doesn't look brittle at all. And it's not, since it's not actual carbon fiber, it's not that brittle or anything. This is pretty thick plastic, like very thick plastic. So this is definitely going to be able to take a beating. And the reason why I chose these as opposed to multiple other ones, because I was kind of playing around with the, I wanted them to stick out, but just slightly. I didn't want them to stick out a lot. I mean, I understand the purpose of extra large rock guards per se. I get it. They completely will protect the side of your vehicle and everything. Great. I have them on my C7. They work beautifully and they're 100% efficient. Yes. I didn't care so much to do that on this. I mean, this one, I'm taking care of it, right? Or like I'm already coating it and everything, and I clean it all the time and stuff. And I'm not going any further out with the tires and the wheels or anything. And so I can make do. But I wanted just to take the edge off, per se, right? So I wanted a little bit of an extension, just not the crazy extra large size. So these right here, I think will be great because of the fact that this extra extension right here matches up nicely with this little flare right here at the front of the side skirt. So that should pair nicely with it. Then back here is the other important piece. I mean, I just went to go get gas in this thing, so I just drove for 5 minutes, and I mean, the thing takes a beating with the rocks. Like, look, it's just, the rocks are just chilling in there. Like, you can't do anything about it. Like, see? Like, these tires are so sticky, they just pick up everything, and then they just fling it here. So if I can just, you know, get a little bit of an extension right here, that'll really help out with that. And like I said, I don't care to have the extra large ones that come out like way, way, way out here. Just a little bit. Because I still love the meaty tire look. And so when you put those extra large ones on there, I get it. They're functional and you're serving a purpose. But at the same time, I just didn't want to take too much away from that look. I just love how it sits right now. It's a personal preference, but I absolutely love right now how it sits and how it looks from. Because since these only come in carbon fiber, I don't want them in carbon fiber. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint them. I should have it right here. So I've got my black and then I got my clear coat. So yeah, just black gloss, right? So I'm gonna spray them down probably with 2 or 3 coatings. And then just, just for added protection, just a little bit of clear coat. And so then that way, once these are black, then of course they'll match better even with the full lip, right? Because obviously the lip is all gloss black. So yeah, I mean, I just don't want anything exposed that's carbon fiber, like I'm not going for a carbon fiber look on the car. I've already said that. So if I can get away with it, then I'm going to make this black. And not to mention, I mean, I can't really screw it up in the sense, like I paint a lot of stuff. I painted a lot of stuff in the past, so I know what I'm doing per se, like I know how to coat things, but no matter what, I mean, it's still going to be black. So it's, if anything, it'll end up looking like this, right? So no matter what, I mean, it'll come out looking exactly how I want it to, and if not, then it'll still have like a grainy texture per se, but at least it'll be black, and then it'll look like pretty much identical to the factory. This isn't even a splash guard, but yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. So anyways, I'm gonna test fit these because I haven't even put them on yet. So I do know that these should not interfere with this, because right now you're looking at this and you're like, well, dude, this comes out to here, so how are you gonna get that there. Well, it looks like they're integrated. So the side skirt, it spoons down. It spoons down right there. You see? You can see that little gap right there. So it spoons down on purpose, and I think they designed it that way in order to clear this. So I shouldn't have a problem with that, because this is pretty much the same, except for it being wider, obviously. It's the same dimensions as this piece right here. So we'll see. I mean, I say that now, but I mean, let's take this one off, test fit this one, and then let's grab one for the back and test fit it, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get to it. So first things first, it's only held on by one bolt, and so it's right there. So that's really easy to get to. It's not interfering with your side skirt or anything like that. And then it's just clipped on in 3 places. So there, and there. And then it's hooked in on the far side, the part that's more towards the inside of your fender. So just show you real quick, right? So this is what we're playing with right now. So down here, right? Down there, that's where the bolt is, and then right here, well, I guess you've got 1 right there, 1 clip, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So, okay, I said 3, but there's 5. So all you got to do is you're gonna take out that little bolt, and then you start prying. From what I've seen in the videos, right? So I haven't done this yet, but you start prying from here, and you start popping these out, and then you work your way towards the top. And it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, nobody really had any difficulties in the videos, so I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see if I'm lying. Use some force. So especially, like, I had trouble with the second one up right there. The little like spring clip or whatever you want to call it was stuck in here. So it's okay, because I was able to pull out this whole piece, and then this piece was stuck right here. So all you got to do is just pinch it, and then that way you can pull it out. So you just pinch it from the sides, and you're good to go. Filming right now, I was like, wait, why do I have an extra piece right there and I have an extra piece there? It's because this is for the rear. So let me get the thank God I didn't try to force it on there or whatever, but let me get the correct piece, and it should go on pretty easily. I got it on there. I'm not gonna put it on all the way, because it's gonna be such a pain to pop the clips back off. So I'd rather just not put them on fully if I'm gonna take them off to paint them right now. But yeah, so I got this corner already tucked in, and then these, I mean, everything matches up very nicely. So the clips are where they need to be, and it hooks into the fender liner where it needs to be, and the bolt goes in perfectly. So right there, the hole is lined up perfectly, and yeah, so that's great. And it'll give you kind of an idea what I was talking about with, you see how it's kind of cut off with the edge of the side skirt. So I think it looks great, because once that's black, it's gonna flow very, very nicely. And you see, so it helps. It'll definitely help with like with the rocks flinging, and not just that, but I mean, you know, some of the tire shine and whatnot. It's not gonna do an amazing job, but it'll help a little bit. But more than anything, at least it'll flow nicely with the side skirt. So I think it looks great. That's gonna be awesome. As soon as I get that painted, that'll be. And not to mention, here's the other part that I didn't like about the extra large ones. So the extra large ones, since they come out a lot, they don't meet the body. They don't meet the fender right here nicely. Like this kind of like extends slightly out from the fender. You see, like it just kind of comes out slightly, and then it gets wider. With the aggressive, like, extra large rock guards or splash guards, whatever you want to call them, it's a very much more pronounced, like, mud flap looking, but it's a mud flap look. So yeah, all right, awesome. Let's get to the back. All right, so now I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt, wishing I would have done these before I did the full lip install. Why? Because now that the lip's on there, I can't get to the bottom bolt, because there's not a spot for it right here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to unbolt the lip. So there, and then right there. So I have to unbolt that so then this thing sags down a little bit. So it's not a big deal. It's just extra steps that you'll have to do. So you'll have to obviously unbolt this side, so then that way it just hangs down a little bit, and then that way you can access the bolt down there. So do that now. Is definitely easier than the front. So yep, I just had to remove the 2 bolts to let this sag, and so I just didn't want it to put too much flex on the rear of it. So I just had something hold it up just slightly, but then just enough room to get my hand in there and everything. And so you're just obviously trying to get to that bolt right down there. As you can see right there, in that little spot, boom. And then these retaining clips are just, they're much easier to get than the front ones. The front ones, I wouldn't even think it's probably the clips itself. I think it's just the tabs. The tabs are probably wider. Like the openings are wider back here than they probably are on the front. Because the front, I mean, even me trying to having the aftermarket rock guard like sit more flush with it, like trying to push the tabs further in, it's not going in. So I mean, that one's going to be tough to maneuver in there, but that's exactly why I didn't want to jam it all the way in, because I was going to have to take it off anyways right after these segments are done being filmed, and then that way I start painting them. But yep, so this one's off. All right, let's put on the rear. All right, let's see how this one lines up. All right, so this one fits too. This one, everything lines up perfectly. So this is great. All the clips line up perfectly. Get this though. This is interesting. So this rear rock guard, right? We're just going to say rock guard because I'm tired of saying splash guard, rock guard, whatever, blah, blah. This one is actually more secure. The aftermarket one is more secure than the GM one. The GM one doesn't have a clip right here. You see how it's only 4 right here? And then it's missing this clip? This one, you see that one right down there? So this has got all the ones on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's got the 5th one. And the GM one doesn't. But it's funny because the vehicle actually has a spot. Let me take this back off now that we know it fits. Okay, there we go, perfect. It actually has a spot right there, you see? Yeah, so that's the bottom clip right there, and the GM piece does not have that. So I just find that interesting that they just didn't care to put it on there. Now, granted, obviously, this thing is completely on there. It's not going anywhere. You've got the bolt. You've got the bolt right where my finger is anyway, so it's doing its job, but I just find it funny how they just completely just disregarded that. Like, why even design it then, right? If you're just gonna use these side ones. So, but awesome that the aftermarket one takes advantage of it. So, all right, well, now I know it fits, so I'm gonna go ahead and I guess how am I gonna do this? Because I don't want this thing sagging while I'm painting these. So I guess I might as well just leave these off. I'll just leave these off. Yeah, I'm not gonna put those stock ones back on. I'll just bolt this back up or whatever, and then we'll just get to the painting portion. All right, well, kind of quarantine them over here away from the vehicle. It's not too windy outside or anything, so I mean, I didn't really worry too much about the particles like flying over towards the car and stuff, and then I kind of put this as like a barrier. But yeah, so just put one layer on it already, right? So especially towards the edges that are gonna be exposed. I don't care to coat the entire thing. It's gonna get beat up. That's the point of it. It's gonna be in the it's gonna be in the wheel well. But I already put a layer on there. It's already starting to look a lot more black, obviously. So I gotta let it apparently you can like manipulate it after like about 20 minutes to an hour, but then just let it sit for 6 hours and then you can put another coating on there. The fact that this is already here, like the door was open and everything, I mean, little chunks of particles already flew onto it, but I don't really care if this is the part that's going to be inside the closest to the tire anyways. So the important part that I don't want any like particles or anything like that flying onto this, so I'll probably do it with the door closed for that matter, will be on this, obviously on the bottom side, right? Because that's the side that's going to be exposed. So, but yeah, so I mean, they're curing right now, drying, curing, whatever. And so then I'll apply the next coat later tonight. And then tomorrow, I guess I'll apply the clear coat. So that should be good. I mean, with another coat, I think that should be enough to blend it in more. Once again, I don't care to add a billion more coats to this thing to make it look like super solid black. I just wanted it to not look as carbon fiber, you know, like I didn't want the carbon fiber exposed as much as it was before. So this is probably going to come out looking better once this cures. And then with a second layer, I think that should be good enough. And then we'll clear it. So I'll pick it up in, I guess I'll pick it up once it's dry. All right, so it's nighttime now. Let's see. We applied 3 coats of paint on there. I know I said I was only going to do 2, but I figured why not? I did not wait the 6 hours that you're supposed to according to the instructions. Honestly, I'm really OCD about a lot of things, but I mean, like I said, these, I just needed them like a glossy black, right? I'm not too overly critical with them, but so they've got 3 coats of paint on there. And then I waited a few hours, and then I used clear coat. So I put 2 coats of clear coat, and so now I just gotta wait for what they look like in the morning. Like these will dry up, and then by morning I'll know what they ended up looking like. Couple specks of dust and whatnot. I mean, it's extremely windy outside, and it's been windy all day, and the pollen and everything, it's just nuts. Is there a better place to put these? Maybe, but I don't know. Like, had I done this on the deck, pollen would have just rested on it immediately. So it had to be somewhere inside and ventilated. And so there's really no other place I could have done this. So not ideal. Not. All right. So they came out looking pretty gross. That's just too much pollen that settled on it. Like too much pollen and dust specks. So it's like a Nestle Crunch Bar. So I'm gonna have to get these. There's no way I can do these at the house. So I'm gonna have to get these professionally painted. So I'm just gonna take them to my buddy's shop, and then he'll make these look perfect. So, all right, I'll do that tomorrow. All right, so just got to my buddy's shop. Definitely, I feel like I just wasted my time trying to do it myself. I should have just brought it here in the in the first place. Here we are at Relentless Restorations. All right, so I dropped him off, and so clearly he saw an amateur at work, and so he is going to fix all of this. Like, look at this. I even put my fingerprints on here. This is horrible. I'm ashamed, you guys. Yeah, we're gonna get this done right, and then we're gonna put it on the car, and I will pick it right back up as soon as I get these back. All right, brand new day. Just got back to Relentless Restorations, and my splash guards are ready, so let's check them out. All right, so I'm back home, and I wanted to reproduce the same lighting where I showed you those the Nestle Crunch Bars that I created, and look at this. Like, look at Kevin's work. Like this is straight up why I took it to Relentless Restorations. Like, just look how perfect that is. That gloss is amazing, and the cool part is that you have such a faint carbon fiber weave coming through it, like very, very faint. I think that is so dope. That looks so good. And then like right here, like you can get a better idea of the carbon fiber weave, like right here, you see? So he coated all of it, and then right here, it's very apparent, like you can see like a carbon fiber weave underneath. That's so dope. It's almost as if like there's like a gloss clear coat on top of it, like the dry carbon, you know? And then over here, he added an extra layer and stuff, right? So then that way it's smoother, but then you can just a slight hint of it. And I think that looks so dope. That looks so good. This is perfect. Look at this. This lines up perfectly. Lines up perfectly. This matches perfect. Yeah, that's really dirty. I apologize. Vehicle's dirty. All right, I'm gonna wash it tomorrow. Relax. But yeah, so exact same gloss. So this is gonna be great. This is gonna look so good. I'm so excited. All right, I'm still working right now, so I need to I need to get back to a meeting. I'll install these, and then I'll pull the vehicle out because it's a nice sunny day, and we'll take a look at it, and I'll wrap up the video after that. All right, well, they went on pretty smoothly. So let's take a look from this angle, right? I mean, it's sad because it looks really nice right here. That carbon fiber that's shining through the through the gloss layer of paint, but that's gonna get all destroyed clearly. But the important part is the other side. And so this side, nice gloss black right there. That looks so good. It matches so nicely with this dirty side skirt. but that looks awesome. Fit perfectly, look at that. And then the cutoff is really, really nice as well, right? See, so it like flows very, very nicely with that. It doesn't stick out further. It's really, really nice. Yeah, that looks awesome. All right, let's come to the back. So we got that right there. That looks awesome. So this is the very important part because I already got rocks chilling there from right before I installed this. So now that this is here, this should definitely make a difference in the amount of debris that settles in this little channel right here with their diffuser. So that's awesome. See, that looks great. Let's see, if we come around to the other side, can we even see anything? Yeah, I mean, it's the shaded side, but still looks good. That gloss finish is just perfection. I mean, it absolutely matches my lip. I couldn't ask for anything better. This is amazing. That just looks awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, so one last look. That looks awesome. Look at that. You can see the front one and the rear one perfectly. See, so they don't stick out too much. I think GM even offered like an upgraded splash guard from the factory, so it looks like OEM plus, nothing too crazy, just enough to flow with the lip kit, you know, add a little bit of protection, but nothing crazy like the extended super extra large splash guards that you can find. They're looking pretty solid. I love it. Oh man, these look so good. And you see from the front, they don't even pop out. So just, they blend in so nicely. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Real quick shout out to Kevin over at Relentless Restoration. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That looks awesome. I've got plenty more things that need to get painted. So if you guys need to get something painted, take it to Kevin. He paints not only car parts, but he does like firearms and a whole bunch of other stuff. Trust me, his resume is stacked. But yeah, so it's awesome to have now a painter so close to my house. I've got so many things that need to get painted. So this is wonderful. If I could, I would have all my car friends like within like a 5-minute driving distance, because you guys know I hate driving further to get anything done. So this is a blessing. But yeah, all right, so everything came out beautifully. I couldn't be happier with that part. Such a small little change on the vehicle, but it makes such a big difference, right? So now what's coming up next? Well, no, I'm not gonna give it away what's coming up next. Just stay tuned, you'll find out. I've got an install appointment on Wednesday, and then I got another install appointment next Friday. They're literally stacking up, so this is gonna be awesome. This car is transforming. Trust me, it's gonna transform. So yeah, if you like that video, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.